The show starts in 1 minute.
Good evening, folks. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the More Sunshine Please Tuesday evening live stream. My name is Jim. I am your host. Coming up on the show, I might eat something. I might drink something. We have a top 15 list that's very Halloween-y. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate who the first 3 people in today's chat are, according to my own chat. So let's see who that is. Is that louder than normal? I think that may have been. Who's to say? Here we go! Disclaimer, your chat may be different than mine. But today's gold medalists, Pepper Tree Villa. Silver medal goes to the crew at It's Joey's World. And our bronze medalist, Samantha Lowe, with another bronze. Congratulations, you 3. Thank you for being the first ones here. And I hope you are all doing quite well. Noah came in a very close 4th, right there. Let's say that's a aluminum medal or aluminium, depending on where you're from. Surfer Girl Cherie, welcome in. Good to see you. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Paul Eichenlaub, welcome to you. Mom, Dad, hello. Happy Halloween. Michelle the Quilter, how are you? Disney Nerd Herders are here.
Nerds!
Hi, guys. Will you guys be live streaming tomorrow, and from where? Nerd Herders, let us know. I want to make sure. Mar in Memphis, happy Halloween-y to you. Do I have a sound effect for that? Yes, I do. Fox Hollow, hello to you. Arjons, welcome in. Surf Bum, good to see you. My voice is getting higher with each greeting. But we'll stop there for now. Where was I? Oh, yes. I normally like to write down what I want to talk about and bring up, so I don't forget anything. And I didn't do that. So wish me luck. Let's see. Let's do this. Last week, I'm kind of celebrating Halloween here. It's my last show before Halloween, so that's what I'm doing, and I enjoy decorating for that. Last week, if you remember, I showed a bit of what I've done to the house, including the projections that I show on the pumpkins. But what you didn't get to see was kind of the whole house. And I'd like to show you that now. So 2 nights ago, I took video of it, and this is nothing special. It's just what I like to do. I like to put the lighting, the purple lighting, the orange lighting, the green lighting. It's actually purple and orange. Hung some ghosts from the trees. You've seen pictures. Ben, Pepper Tree Villa. Ben, welcome in. And Sherry, welcome in. I hope Ben's letting you listen. Anyway, Disney Nerd Herders will know tomorrow about the live stream. Oh, well, either way that goes for you, good luck. Where was I? Oh, so I've got a video that I'd like to share of our house. So let me call that up. And just to show you what we've done to the exterior of the house. And mind you, it will not compare to Donna Jaworski's house. But can I just say it's different? Hers is awesome, and I like mine. It's just different. We went different routes, celebrating the same holiday. So here it is. You can see the ghosts. What you couldn't see before were what I talked about. What you couldn't really see were the lightning projections. And I've got 2 projectors. You can kind of see them behind the gate there. And I've got those in what we call our courtyard. I've turned the volume up on one of them so you can hear the thunder as you see the lightning. And I love those things. And there's the sugar skulls from the Dollar Tree that our neighbor was so kind to give us. And at night, you can really see how... And they're cute in the day, and then they're kind of creepy at night, which is kind of neat. I like how that happens. So that's what is going on. Now, I had those ghosts you saw at the beginning. I had those hanging from our tree. The problem with that is because these are made of a cheap fabric that tends to fray. That fraying gets caught very easily in the tree. So I was looking for another solution. Well, I came across a video, and perhaps you've seen this. It's been on national news. There's a house near Chicago, Plainville, Illinois, and I guess they do up Halloween every year. Much more than I do. But what they've done this year is they've celebrated the 3rd season of Stranger Things. Is it the 3rd? The most recent one? 3rd or 4th? I think it's the 3rd. So they've got crazy upside down vines or veins, I don't know what they are, growing on their garage, and they've got a Demogorgon somewhere else. But the highlight of their display, as it turned out, Ryan, welcome in. As it turns out, the highlight of their display, and they were not expecting this, was they have the character Max. If you've seen the show or haven't, this isn't really a spoiler. If you're interested, Plainville, Illinois. That's correct, Paul. They have a floating Max in their yard, and when you watch it's the 4th season. Wow, how about that? Thank you. I hope I have this called up, and let's do this. I want you to see what I'm talking about. It's very neat. If you haven't seen it, it was on Good Morning America, certainly on their local news, but I've seen it. It's on YouTube, and their TikTok has millions of views, and they have people driving from all over to come look at it. And so I want to show you their display and how they've helped me with mine. Oh, okay. Disney Nerd Herders is taking it back about the 4th. I'm sensing in the Nerd Herders homestead there's a debate going on whether it's the 3rd or 4th season. As I think about it, I think it's the 3rd season. Doesn't matter. Let me know. Or don't let me know. It doesn't matter. let me call this up. I want to present this. I want to share the screen. It is the 4th season coming up. Thank you, Donna. Where are we? Yes, here. And I'm not going to share the audio just in case there's a whatever. Let's go full screen there. Can I do that? Yes. Share. Back to StreamYard so I can control it. Okay. So this is a YouTube video of a news story about this house because apparently their neighbor had a problem with all the people coming to see the house. But you can see kind of in the middle a floating Max. The thing is, you can't tell how it's floating. Ben's telling me the 5th season is set for 2023. So they've had... It is the 4th season, and they're going to have 5 seasons altogether. The first season... Second... Third was with the ice cream shop. 4th was in Russia, and the 5th one's coming up. Okay. Let me play this video for you so you can see what I'm talking about. There's the floating Max, and it's very difficult to tell how they've done that. This is one of the homeowners that co-created the display along with her husband. You can see there's one of the clocks from the last season. There's another Max sitting there, but there's the floating one, and it's really hard to tell how it's done. And they weren't telling anybody how it was done for the longest time. I guess even when you're there, it's very difficult to tell how they've done it. And there's their original TikTok where she's standing under it. The only thing they had said for a while is it's not done by drones and it's not done with helium or balloons. And so that's that. I'm going to stop playing that now and go back here. And they within the past week they've let the cat out of the bag, and they explained how they've done it in their TikTok. And it's kind of what I thought, because I saw a few videos, and one showed a street light that they could have used to string fishing line up. And what they said was, and I bought it, they said it was this fishing line, spider wire. They had the 65-pound gauge of it. This is threaded, translucent. So I bought some, and I said, well, if they can do it with a mannequin or whatever that was, I can do it with my ghosts. So from our single palm tree in front of the house, I I strung the fishing line from the palm tree to the front yard tree, and then I did another one from the front yard tree to the top of our garage. And I'll say this, it's really easy to see my fishing line. But I have strung it under a tree, so when you look up at it, the tree helps you see the fishing line. And what they've done is hung the Max character where there's nothing above it, only sky, and I think that helps out the illusion greatly. So it looks great at night. You can't see the fishing line at night. And what I like most about it is, and I don't care if you can see the fishing line, who cares? What I like most is the ghosts aren't getting hung up in the trees anymore. Where I've got to, for lack of a better word, fish them down from getting caught in the branches. So, yeah, I've got the ghosts away from hanging under the branches, and hopefully on Halloween night when everybody comes around, they'll see it and they'll be somewhat amused by the floating ghosts. Are we talking about fishing line in the chat now? Oh, Downscale, welcome in. I just saw you. Welcome. And you've got a similar grandfather clock. Well, that's the creepy Stranger Things clock. I don't know how close that one was to the one on the show, but those folks did a great job with that display, and it inspired me. Monorail Molly, hello to you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Halloweeny. Okay, so that's those are my exterior Halloween decorations. All right, what now? Oh, let's eat some. I don't eat as much cereal as I used to, just because even the healthiest, or what is claimed to be a healthy cereal, isn't really that healthy for you. But I was at Sprouts, and I came across, and I was also looking for something seasonal, a.k.a. something with pumpkin spice in it. And I came across this cereal at Sprouts. It's called Three Wishes. I guess this company, it's very I don't know much about them. I'm guessing they're minimal in their ingredients. For example, I mean, you can see what they're touting here: gluten-free. It's dairy-free. It's there's no corn, there's no wheat, there's no rice, there's no flavor. I don't know yet. I'm going to check that out. But here's where they brag about. Look at their ingredient list. There's only 6 things: chickpea, tapioca, pea protein, organic cane sugar. Natural flavors I'm not so hot about. Monk fruit, where I guess they're getting more sweetener, so cane sugar and monk fruit. I really don't know. But if you are a viewer like I am of Flav City with Bobby Parrish, who is I mentioned him on the show before, who is he's a chef, nutritionist. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's a nutritionist, but he cooks. He's got millions of followers on YouTube. And he goes into grocery stores and he points out what's bad in labels and what's good in labels. And one of the bad things he talks about is natural flavors, which isn't natural at all. That's a very not well-regulated term, natural flavors. That could be anything. So that's disappointing to see that. Anyway, it's Three Wishes is these folks there own the company. Anyway, I don't know if I've ever spent more on a box of cereal, but I thought, what the heck? $6.49 for this at Sprouts. And I usually don't buy cereal unless it's BOGO or something. I just don't eat as much cereal as I used to as a kid. But I would like to try this and to see if my streak of trying everything with pumpkin spice is pretty good. This can go either way. This could be really bad because it's trying to be healthy, or it could be pretty good just because it's got pumpkin spice in it. I like that stuff. So I've got a tiny bowl that's been pre-filled with milk. Oh, they're big. I thought they were like Cheerios. They're a little bit bigger. Get a close-up here for you so you can see it in the bowl. Oh, 4. All right. Here we go. It's pretty good. Let's see if there's an aftertaste. A little bit. Little bit of an aftertaste, which I don't care for. Let me get one more. It's very pumpkin spicy, not too much, but you can tell, which is great. Yeah, there's a little aftertaste. I don't know why. The aftertaste is artificial sweetener, though I know there isn't, but I don't know if that's the natural flavor, whatever that might be in here. It doesn't say. But, I mean, I like it. I'm not going to buy another box of this, but I'm glad I tried it. And I guess I'll be chipping away at that for the next month. Now I need something to drink.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
I am enjoying more of the Joffrey's organic coffee that I showcased on the show last week. Still delicious, but that's not why. That's not what we're talking about in this segment. As I had mentioned, I purchased that Sebastian the Crab. Welcome in. That was squirrel. I stopped at Sprouts after work to look to see what they had, and so I texted my wife, "Do you want anything from Do you want anything from Sprouts?" And she texted back, "No, I was just there today." LOL. So it's funny, we were both there, just at different times. But what she picked up, and just a few weeks ago, I tried Trader Joe's espresso beans. I am now going to try Sprouts milk chocolate covered espresso beans. So I've got my cup of Joe over there, and now I'm chomping on espresso beans here. Bean. I'm gonna have one. That's really good. Milk chocolate. The chocolate, it's good chocolate on there, and it tastes like every chocolate covered espresso bean I've ever had. So pretty good. I've ignored the comments. Downscale says if I saw chickpeas on the ingredients list, it'd remain on the shelf. It doesn't scream breakfast food, does it? There's no spot in my mind that screams hummus should be a breakfast cereal. Yeah. Well, points for trying. 3 wishes. Points for trying. I don't mind. Bill, welcome in. Magic of the Mouse Radio. 24-hour Disney music. The link to Magic of the Mouse Radio is in my description down below, or somewhere else if you've got this full screen. Thanks for being here, Bill. All right. What's going on? I told you I didn't write things down, so I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe not. Maybe I'm good. So let's take an intermission, and let's just get into our Halloweeny top 15 list. So stick around. I have shown a couple of old drive-in movie theater intermission videos with an October or Halloween theme, and I looked for another one. And the only one I could find was one that mentioned monsters, and this is kind of funny. I should show you next week. It was a movie theater intermission film that was trying to convince people of the evils of pay television. And this was before, cable took hold. So this must have been in the, I don't know. It seemed like it was from the late 60s. But they referred to pay television as an evil monster. Companies trying to get you to pay for what's already free to you. If you got an antenna, you're good to go. So it was quite humorous. Wordle Oh, we haven't done that in a while. I had an idea about Wordle. Maybe we'll do that real quick. Because my idea for Wordle was Speed Wordle, where I really don't give my guesses much thought at all. Should we? Hi. Yeah? Oh, no, that's over. I haven't done it yet, I don't think. I'm going to play Wordle real quick. Oh, you want these? Here you go. Got it. I get it. I get it. All right. Sharing the espresso beans. All right. Where's Wordle? I don't need an account for Wordle. Okay, so here we go. I had Wordle music. Let's do it real quick. Wait a minute. You can't see it yet. There it is. All right. Oh. Wordle? Yes. All right, so I need faster, higher tempo music. All right, so Bill, this is it for me. This is it for the Halloween. But I like Halloween too much to speed through it. Here we go. Wordle? I gotta go to the screen. All right, so I'm just gonna be real fast. So let's start out with something seasonal. Ghost. Nope. Okay, so now we're going to go the word plead, because it's got an E and an A. No, not very good at all. You know, I like to use this word because it bugs people. So I only know that there's an O, where the O is, and there's a G somewhere. So Speed Wordle is horrible. Okay, so what else? What's another 5-letter word? Letters I haven't used. Rocks. I've already used an S. Okay, so all right. Then yeah, I don't know about this. This wasn't a great idea. I blame Ben. What now? Juice. No, I've already used all those letters. This is horrible. This is so there's an O and a G. So I guess my last guess will be flock doesn't have a G. G's not the first letter, so foggy. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding? Speed Wordle's awesome. You know what? That was legit. I hadn't played it yet, but thinking of I had a feeling that it was seasonal. Like the solution would be something like that. Well, that was kind of neat. Well, I'm proud of myself. Does Speed Wordle have legs? Probably not. I got lucky. Oh, well. Let's go to the intermission now. Thanks for the suggestion, Ben. It had been a while since I've played that on here. Let's see. All right. Okay. So back to what I was saying. I couldn't find another good drive-in theater intermission video, so I found an old school horror movie trailer. This is a Hammer horror film. Hammer horror films from the UK. That's where Christopher Lee played Dracula, and the guy that plays Grand Moff Tarkin. You're going to see him in here. I can't remember his name, but this is The Brides of Dracula or something. Oh, stick around, and we'll do our top 15 list on the other side of the intermission. Welcome back. As you can see here, I've got called up a Google Trends webpage called Frightgeist. And this is going to be the source of today's top 15 list. Hang on, I've got to... somebody asked me if I saw Noah's replay. I did not. Kay Wilby, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Peter Cushing, thank you.
Nerds!
That's right. I couldn't think of his name. I kept wanting to say, I knew Christopher Lee, but I kept wanting to say Christopher Plummer. That's not the guy. He played the villain in the Dragnet movie with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks. Remember that? That's the only time I know he played a bad guy. But maybe I'm wrong about it. No, not the only time. The first time, maybe. Other than that, it was Edelweiss and singing with his children. Anyway, where was I? So, Laura, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Okay, so Google has this thing called Google Trends, apparently. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. But this website here, I guess they've done this before. I've never heard of it. But they have something called Frightgeist, and this is their website. And what it is there's a map of the United States with links all over the map. And when you hover your cursor over there, it tells you what the most popular Halloween costume Google search is for that area. That's how they've come up with their most popular Halloween costume list. So what I've done is I've done the national list, the most popular, the top 15 most popular Halloween costumes as gathered by Google and their Google searches. So what I've done is I've got the top 15 ones, and I'm going to give you a few of the cities where these costumes are the most searched. So let's get into it. So number 15. Oh, here we go. Number 15 is the costume of a pumpkin. I never would have thought that this would be in the top 15. Again, they've made their list from Google searches across the country. Let's put this up there so people just joining knows what we're counting down. Yeah, as I searched for an image to show you, there were all sorts of pumpkin costumes, from just a T-shirt down to a giant onesie that's completely orange and has the jack-o'-lantern face, and then there are the full body like scarecrow with a pumpkin head. There was also like a Grim Reaper with a pumpkin head. I suppose if you were to do the Headless Horseman, you'd need a pumpkin for that. So after I searched for images, I found one of the cuter ones that Google offered. I realized, yes, I guess that's plausible. Pumpkin would be a very simple costume, and seasonal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next, so that was number 15. By the way, pumpkin costumes are most searched in Green Bay, Montgomery, Alabama, and Denver, Colorado. So downscale. There it is. Wait, that's Mar. Here we go. You should try Framed. I've done Framed. I actually did it once on my live stream, and I love it. What scares me, though, is I'm afraid to do it on the live stream in case there's an image, because I don't want to have seen it prior, in case there's an image that maybe I don't want on the live stream. So I guess what I could do is have my wife look through them and just see, or something like that. Yeah. I'll bring it back. I liked it. I liked that a lot. Framed it shows you a still from a movie, and you got to guess what the movie is, and you get 6 or 7 guesses. There's also one called Episode, which is TV shows. So, yeah. Thank you, Donskill. Where are we? Oh, let's go. The next one. 14. Hocus Pocus. I guess anything related to Hocus Pocus and the Sanderson sisters and Billy there. And certainly with the release of Hocus Pocus 2, there's renewed interest. Although it just... Hocus Pocus, the popularity just seems to grow and grow. And I just saw maybe 2 days ago on Disney Plus, they had the Hocus Pocus celebration. I think they did it a few years ago. Maybe it was the 25th anniversary or something, where they were singing songs and there was a costume contest. It was hosted by Vanessa Hudgens and somebody else. And it was fun. It was fun to watch that. But the makers of the movie and the stars were talking about, we never thought this movie would have this sort of life. And, well, it does. They made a sequel, which I liked a lot. I liked the sequel. All right, next. Oh, first. The search for Hocus Pocus was most popular in cities such as Charlottesville, Virginia, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and Dothan, Alabama. Or is it Dothan? Yeah. All right. Number 13. Costumes of 1980s garb, which I know my students at the school where I teach, I know that's fun because they didn't live through the 80s. They didn't live through the 90s. Anyway, it's fun and it's goofy. Look at you put the girls put their hair in a side ponytail. The guys wear a mullet wig, and I guess, I don't know, track suits were a bigger thing in the 80s than I remember. Anyway, the 80s was most searched in Eugene, Oregon, Santa Barbara, and Providence, Rhode Island. So a number of places across the country, not just one region like the Southwest or something like that. Yeah. Mara, I've seen the second Hocus Pocus, and I mentioned this when I was a guest on D&G Explorers live stream last week. I didn't see the first Hocus Pocus until last year in its entirety. When I worked at a movie theater in college, it was in theaters at that time, and I never watched the whole thing. But I watched it. I made a point to watch it last year, and it was fun. But consequently, I don't have the warm, fuzzy feeling that, say, Gregory had. Like, he grew up watching that film. I did not. And so, and I liked the second one that I saw on Disney Plus more than the first one. I've said it. I thought it was, I don't know. Maybe I said that because I saw it more recently. Who knows? They're both fun, and I guess both good to watch together. Yeah. We'll see. Next, number 12. Vampires. Classic. Halloween. Again, there are a variety of vampire costumes out there. They've got the really expensive Victorian costumes that you can buy at Party City, for example, or you just put on a black cape and phony vampire fangs that you get at Chuck E. Cheese with 50 tickets. You know what I mean? There's a variety. Fake blood, or you just draw the the fangs on your face with stage makeup. I don't know, make yourself pale. There's a number of things you can do because there's so many vampires now. There, you got your Count Dracula vampire, and you've got your what's the sparkling vampires, Twilight. That's right, Twilight. Mouse Talk, welcome in. Are you guys live soon? Let us know. I'll try to be done by 8. Next, by the way, Vampire is most searched in Ada, Oklahoma, Corpus Christi, and Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. Next, number 11 on what Google is telling us. Oh, they're live pretty soon. At the parks? Let us know. Google's telling us that the 11th most popular costume this year, according to their searches, is the clown. And I know clowns freak some people out, so I went super cute with the clown costume. The little puppy dog in the clown costume. You've got the clowns from It, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the whole gamut. Oh, it's a home stream tonight. All right. I will be done by 8. Let's get through this, Jim. The clown costume was most searched in Yuma, Arizona, Salt Lake City, and Chicago. All right. Again, if you're just joining us, Google, according to their searches, put together a list of the most popular Halloween costumes this year, so that's what we're counting down. Number 10, Harley Quinn. Now, the image behind me shows you of the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn from the DC movies. And then the one on the right there is the animated Harley Quinn that predates that one from the cartoons, Batman cartoons, I guess. Anyway, number 10 on our list. It is most searched in cities such as Charlotte, North Carolina, Reno, Nevada, and Wichita, Kansas. I had to make sure Wichita was on this list because, well, witch is in the name. Was that lame? Maybe. Okay. Number 9 on the list. Cowboy. Now, I will say this. This is a costume of Woody, as you know, from Toy Story. Toy Story is on their list, not in the top 15, however. But Woody's a cowboy. That's a cowboy costume. I think that counts. So it was maybe in the top 30, maybe top 20, but not in the top 15. So it's not on my list. That is Toy Story costumes. But I like this one where kids in wheelchairs, look, they've got Woody riding a horse there so that kid can enjoy Halloween in his wheelchair, and that is, and there's a ton of costumes like that, super imaginative costumes for kids in wheelchairs. So I wanted to show one of them, and this is Woody. The most searched cowboy costumes, that is, most searched in Harrisonburg, Virginia, Lansing, Michigan, and Mankato, Minnesota. Or is it Mankato? I don't know. Never been. Next, number 8, cheerleader. This is an easy one. Young girls, I think this is a very popular costume with young girls who are yet to be a cheerleader on a real squad, so that's good for them. The picture I'm showing, however, is a subset of the cheerleader costume, which is that of the zombie cheerleader, which is a whole thing. I don't know how that started, but I guess it's cool. So yeah, there's that. It's a little more Halloween-y, isn't it? The cheerleader costume is most searched in Greenville, North Carolina, Little Rock, Arkansas, Austin, Texas, and Binghamton, New York. Again, all over. Number 7 on the list. Rabbit. The rabbit costume. Now, I don't know if they're counting Bunny, a.k.a. Playboy Bunny, in there. I don't know, but certainly this is Judy Hopps from Zootopia. That counts. That's a rabbit, right? Again, this is one of those like the pumpkin where it's super easy. You just get some rabbit ears and maybe a cottontail, and you've got your rabbit costume, right? So for those that don't want to break the bank, this is a good solution, I suppose. But where was I? Oh, the rabbit costume is most searched in Buffalo, New York, Billings, Montana, and Anchorage, Alaska. All right. Bugs Bunny, yes. What's this? Zombie Cheerleader 2468. When's the last time you... Oh, I get it. That's their cheer. I had to read it out loud to get that. Well done. Oh, the Tricks Rabbit. Yes. I mean, after all, tricks are for kids. Okay, next, number 6 on the list of most popular Halloween costumes this year is that of a pirate. Again, there's a lot of leeway here for pirate. I chose to show a Disney pirate, Pirate Red, behind me here. Certainly, Jack Sparrow is a very popular costume. But there's also just generic pirate costumes. There's 100 different varieties of that. There's probably a whole wall dedicated to pirates at Party City. I don't really know. But the pirate costume is most searched in Orlando because of maybe Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe Baltimore, Maryland, Bangor, Maine, and right here in Tampa, Florida. You know, Tampa every January has their what they call Gasparilla, and it's a celebration. It's kind of like their Mardi Gras, but it's got a pirate theme to it. So pirates are kind of big here in the Tampa Bay area. The football team, the Buccaneers. There you go. They've got a pirate ship in their football stadium, the Ray J. They don't say the Ray J. They just say Ray J. Raymond James Stadium. Anyway, yes. Go Maryland. Next, number 5, Fairy. Again, I went Disney with the image behind me, Fairy Godmother. But again, there's a lot you can do with a fairy. You need wings, maybe a wand, sparkles. You're good to go. You can make your own fairy costume. You don't have to, or you could do a pre-established fairy. There's a lot of room there for a fairy costume. The fairy costume is most searched in New York City, Houston, Charleston, South Carolina, and the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area. That's where the fairy costume is most searched, those cities. Okay. That was number 5. Number 4 is Stranger Things. Charlie, you called it. I got a family here. They're all dressed up as different characters, like the Demigorgon, where the girl's head's right in the middle, where they're in the show. There's nothing there. It's just a mouth with a million teeth, so to see her face, and she doesn't look comfortable. But yeah, super popular. I showed you the display of that Chicago area home earlier. People love Stranger Things. I enjoy it too. I like it a lot. Those kids in that show, in the time that they're playing in the mid '80s, they are the same age, I think, that I was at that time in the '80s. Does that make sense? But not that I relate to them in any way. I never played Dungeons and Dragons, really. I wasn't a tech guru. I never worked at an ice cream shop. I was never stranded in the Upside Down, but still, this is kind of cool. Spelled Phillies wrong. Let's see. Oh, let's move on. Oh, Stranger Things Most searched in Cincinnati, Las Vegas, Laredo, Texas, and Kansas City. All right, number 3 on the list. The dinosaur. Again, a very popular and easy costume, if you've got the money to buy it, that is that inflatable, and it's really cool and funny. And we had a few dinosaurs last year. I assume we're going to have a few more this year, trick-or-treating around our house. But little kids love dinosaurs. It's easy to come up with a dinosaur costume for a baby. You just put on a hood that has felt teeth on it and eyes or whatever. Anyway, not that I design costumes or whatever. What's my mom saying? Pinch for a costume, multiple people, everyone dressed in green, and then the group of people can go as gangrene. Punny. Very punny. I don't know if I want to be that close to... oh, wait. No, they don't have to... They don't have to stick together. Yeah, I'd do that. All right, next. Oh, dinosaurs. Most searched in Oklahoma City, Cleveland, Ohio, and Omaha, Nebraska. So we're down to the top 2. The most popular costumes. You have any ideas? I think Charlie said Ted Lasso. I'm going to spoil it. Ted Lasso is not on the list. But here we go. Number 2, Spider-Man. And look at all the Spider-Man there. Let me show you a closer picture of all the different... This is a picture that was probably done at a Comic-Con or something. Again, there's a ton of different Spider-Man costumes. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe alone, there's 3 or 4, aren't there? So what you're seeing are costumes from the comic book, from the MCU. I see costumes from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that awesome movie. And is that what's the is that Spider-Man Noir there? Yeah, that's from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which if you haven't seen that, that's a really good movie. The one with Miles Morales, pretty awesome. And then you've got Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen, and there's a ton of them. Ryan says lots of dinosaur costumes in Naples. Oh, I did not know. But I'll show you the map after the list. So let's get back and let's see the number 1 costume. It is a Halloween classic, vintage Halloween costume. It is that of a witch. Again, there's a ton of different witches. You've got Charmed. You've got the movie called The Witches. You've got Hocus Pocus, which I guess was earlier on the list specifically, but they're witches. So, yeah. Number 1. The number 1 most popular Halloween costume this year. People can do it of all ages. And, again, you can go out and buy a costume like Minnie's wearing, or you can make your own. You just need a blanket to cover up with as your cloak and a pointy hat you can make out of construction paper. Anyway, the witch costume is most searched in Detroit, Boston, St. Louis, and New Orleans. So that is the top 15 list today. I've still got a couple minutes before Mouse Talk, so I want to show you the Google Trends, the website where I got this information from. If you enter here, and there's music that plays there, and I like the look. They made it look like an old black and white movie. So this is the list where I got it from. Let's see where So Chucky is 16, a doll is 17, Batman was 19. Zombie, I that should be higher. Anyway, I guess it's not. Generic superhero. There's Toy Story, number 24. And it goes on and on. But anyway, if you click this button here for costume map, this is, you can put your cursor over, let's say, North Platte, Nebraska, and you can see that their top costume search was that of a ninja. So, yeah. Here's an interesting one. In Hawaii, the costume of Maui was most popular in Honolulu, or that's the most popular search anyway. So, it also has, I don't know why I'm touting this. I guess I'm filling space. If you click this button up here for Costume Wizard, if you're looking for an idea for a costume, that's what this is. If you're looking for a not terribly spooky costume, you can bring this down. I want a modern or classic style here. What about a local? Oh, all right, locally uniqueness level. Yeah, let's pump that up. And if I hit submit after my selections, it's telling me that Peppa Pig is a good costume for me. So, okay. I guess I'm Peppa Pig this year. Party City, here I come. So that was Google Trends Frightgeist is what it's called. And I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, this is the last show for me before Halloween, so if I don't see you, happy Halloweeny to you. Thank you for being here. Does Annie wear a costume? Sometimes. We have a Minions costume for her if she chooses. We have one of a glazed donut. It just kind of goes over. What else? There's another one, too. There's another one we have for her, and we'll lay them out, and she can choose, yes. I think like an old Yo Gabba Gabba costume. We may have gotten rid of that one. That may have timed itself out. Dad Builds, welcome in. Peppa Pig, how horrifying. We had a neighbor down the street that we don't know, but they had Peppa Pig decals on their car. I assume for their children. They no longer have that car. But for about a year they did. And Donna, I could not agree more. Annie is the best. All right, coming up at 8 o'clock is Mouse Talk, so let's head over there and see what they got. It's a home stream today. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next week. Until then, it's time to say goodnight.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.